All right. And we're back. So, last time on A Crown of Cold Iron, our party of intrepid adventurers was separated upon Oryx's untimely and sudden demise beneath the Raven Palace. Instead of passing into death, he was whisked away by a spell of protection woven by the ancient hag they know only as Grandmother. Grandmother pulled Oric into Fairy, where he had his own little adventure, and returned through a mysterious portal that Grandmother simply ripped out of the air. Oric
Does he know
reemerged into the back of Midsum Pawn and Fine Goods, where Cyrus and Lexi were waiting for him because they had been sent here by a vision of the Raven Queen. They had contacted in a kind of divination ritual. The party reunited with Oryx's new retainer question mark retainer cousin something Stultus, who is still reeling
House
from
Carl?
his yeah from his peculiar transformation and his own resurrection. You all uh, after after B was alarmed when you let him know that you had been sent by Grandmother, even though you told him that his debt was paid. While you all took a moment to do some shopping through B's expanded catalog of goods, he was sort of awkwardly following you all, like you guys are gonna be cool about things, right?
Yeah. What things?
Why wouldn't we be?
Exactly.
No, no, I'm serious. Why things? Me things? Those things? Him things?
I like where your head is at. And he just goes back behind the counter and pulls some bottle from underneath the counter and takes a swig of it and then sneaks it back. He is not sad at all when you all drop over 20,000 gold marks. Although in this case, I guess it is actual gold. He actually receives it into like a specialized little like bag of holding. It looks like a like bank deposit bag, but as you pour gold coins into it, it never grows past about this big. And then when you're done, he reaches in and pulls out an equivalent amount of cash gold marks, and like sticks it down the back of his pants. So you all wrap up your business there. Stultus is confused, but is still sort of following along. He's got sort of an aura of surliness, but is not actively being rude. Just sort of disgruntled disorientation.
So an improvement then.
Yeah, this
Fantastic.
is a step up. He hasn't tried to kill you this whole time.
Yeah. Or start any bar fights.
Yeah. Or kidnap any children.
Man, the bar is low.
lest the gentle folks at home start to think that Stultus is getting a raw deal, let us remember that on his list of crimes is literally luring children into his big white van, which in this case was a portal into Fairy where they could be transmogrified into half fae creatures without their full understanding. So,
Yeah.
About that.
all right. So, what would you all like to do?
Friends, I am annoyed.
About what?
There is a thing in my house. I do not want this thing in my house anymore. I think we need to go back and get this thing out of my house.
Which house?
The one that I died in.
Okay. Just making sure.
The Great Raven takes up residence in Oric's apartment.
I mean,
Just like squeezed
I knew
into a corner, brooding.
I knew what he was saying, but like, you can't just like talk about your house and not specify when you have multiple homes. We'd have some slightly different fish to fry if we had Raven King thing in your apartment.
The day is young. That's all I'll say.
Oh,
Speaking of-
Lord.
How did you know where to find me?
There is a lady with a vision. The Raven Queen. She gave us a vision.
We talked to the Gray Lady.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was their ritual. It was cool.
So, clarify, the thing in your house is the thing that killed you, or in a part of your house we didn't go explore?
I'm thinking about whatever the thing is that drove all those ravens mad. That's what I was thinking about.
Okay.
So the thing that left all the fire trails.
Yes. Although I also
Okay.
want to go talk to Morton and ask him why he killed me.
He said he didn't have control over them anymore.
We
Oh,
talked
well,
about that.
convenient.
So they were no longer, they had been separated from him, so they were no longer really part of him. I know, convenient excuse, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I hear you, grandmother.
Why? What's grandmother telling you?
Well, grandmother just said not to trust the lady.
Mm,
But wondering if there's a bit too much trust going around in general.
how so?
Well, Mort killed me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of stuck on that one right now, actually.
Okay.
I mean, Mort didn't kill you. Like
Pieces of Mort.
like
Former pieces.
yeah. It's like my coat. you can't blame the coat for being a coat.
All right. Whatever.
So is the plan to head
Well-
back below?
Yeah.
Yes.
Unfortunately.
So do we think we're going in the throne room?
Yes.
The fiery
One
trail
door?
went off towards the south from the entrance, right?
The fiery trail went south, which is a different trail than what led to the throne room.
Right.
Okay. So because I remember we didn't open the throne room door
Right.
into the great hall because we were pretty sure there was something big back there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we have now learned that that was foolish. And we should have done it.
Well,
I mean, you may have still died, but like, at least it would have been in pursuit of what we needed and not
right.
a wrong trail.
So, anyways, we need to get the seal,
Okay.
and I want whatever was making that fire out of my house.
All
Those are
right.
my personals.
Okay. So anybody going with? Well, Stoltz, obviously.
Hey, Stoltus, you coming?
Does he have a choice?
I suppose.
I was trying to remember, was Vela, does Vela know yet?
I'm fairly certain you sent Bela a text message that said Oryx not really dead.
Yeah,
Okay.
because she came with you. She was part of the ritual to summon
Okay,
the
and
spirit of
I
the
couldn't
Raven
remember
King.
that, so thank you.
Yeah, because you all kept debating. You were like, should we tell her? Should we not tell her?
Yeah. He's only mostly dead. I had to try not to say that in my Sunday sermon. He's
Only
not all dead.
mostly
He's just
dead.
mostly dead.
Oops.
All right, Stultus ground rules. Your primary job is to make sure none of us die.
Good luck.
Make sure I don't die. Make sure Cyrus doesn't die. Make sure Lexi doesn't die. Make sure you don't die. That is not necessarily the order of priority. Alphabetical order is convenient.
He he sort of arches a heavy, thick, like brown plated eyebrow at you. There is a crackling sound like stone moving as he does it. But he finally he just sort of nods like,
All right.
Okay.
Taken care of. Let's go.
all right. I'm adding a Stultus token.
Okay. Now I gotta find where we are on
While
the
you are doing
board.
that, I'm going to get cat roots.
Yeah. Oh gosh. My computer might fall over.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah. I always forget that Dragonborn don't get they don't have dark vision innately, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
That's always struck me as strange, considering how iconic of an aspect that is of like D&D dragons.
Yeah.
Oh. To the surprise of no one, Roll20 is acting weird.
Go figure.
All right, so let's see. Does everybody have their? If we're going back into the dungeon now, do we all have our goodies set?
Yeah, I think everything you all bought. Joe, it might just be easier to reach over and grab Rachel's computer and add those items real quick.
Yeah. Remind me what I need to add to her inventory.
+2 shield and Vertus Snicken's belt.
Whoops, Vertisnicken's belt is not a thing. Hold on. Forgot about the belt. As a placeholder, you could give her a belt of dwarven kind.
Belt of dwarven kind. Okay, I can do that.
I'll have it updated here in about 8 seconds.
Add that to the equipment. Funny enough, I'm having trouble finding shield +2. There we go, found it. Add to equipment.
Here.
You can go ahead and do it yourself.
All right. Is that the belt? Okay.
The belt of dwarven kind is a placeholder for you.
Yeah. That's fine. All right. Equipped. Although I guess, do they both need to be attuned?
The shield shouldn't.
Okay, the belt does, so I need to take off.
You said you had 1 or 2 in the slot, right?
I have 3 all used.
Oh.
Well, you can't use the mallet and the
You can't.
shield,
Right.
Right, okay.
so you can take that one off.
Okay. I want to attune. And now do the belt. Okay. All right, there we go.
And I don't. The gloves may not be helping you that much. People don't shoot at you very.
I
often.
know. The gloves aren't really helping me, so.
I feel like they had more utility before you got your hero light reaction.
Yeah, I
And
think so.
earlier on, there were more like humanoid type enemies,
Yeah.
and more of them were gun toting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They worked better for that.
All right.
And actually, I already finished Vertisticken's belt, so I'm dropping it into your inventory.
Okay, so I'll go
Hooray.
fix that.
Yep, I'll go ahead and pop off this.
All right. Now I no longer have the highest AC of the party, which feels like feels like it should.
Dodge tank. That's actually on my list. A dodge and Counter Strike rogue. I just need to give it some more thought. All right.
Oh, come
Well,
on.
that's interesting.
What?
I can move Stultus, but I can't move me.
Okay.
Oh. You might have to drag a fresh Auric.
Okay.
Sometimes it doesn't like it when I do it for some reason.
Where are we on the thing? I'm not even
At the
sure.
entrance.
Yeah,
At
I
the
put y'all back at the entrance.
Okay. Ah, there we are.
Because that'll sort of help you to get a feel for what you're looking for there, because
Right.
There we go.
my notes are so profoundly disorganized at this point.
Yeah, I get you. There we go.
All right. So you've got a couple of options, and we can kind of fast forward and drop you where you want to go.
Listen, I just saw Cyrus like go from across my screen.
So to the north, there is so the north was the direction you were checking out before.
Right.
So there is the section you were in. Yeah, there was a section you were in where you were sort of looking through the personal quarters that used to belong to Bran. If you were to branch off from there, you could go back into the throne room, which is where something big and ominous seems to be. But also, there is this strange trail of white fire that leads to the south.
Right. We avoided that last time because we were worried about it. But I'm wondering if we want to track it down. Like I said, I don't like this thing in my house.
Yeah. I guess what we have to ask ourselves is what is causing the fire controlling whatever's in the throne room? Because, you know,
Maybe not
that's
controlling, maybe making it worse.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. If the fire is in any way connected to, like, for example, those ravens all glowing white.
Right.
And even if not, presumably whatever's in the throne room will still be there if we come back in a week. It probably won't have changed much.
Right. Yeah.
Fire thing might be
Yeah, I get you.
a worse problem
Right.
in a week.
Don't want to burn the house down.
Nope. Speaking of, I should probably light my torch again.
Probably.
Since Dragonborn don't have dark vision. Does
Yes.
Stultus have anything to light
Should I
himself up?
quit my light source?
Let me think about that for a second. Stultus sort of ponders this for a moment. You remember when you fought him before, there was a lot of sort of twinkling fey light involved. He sort of concentrates for a moment, and it's almost like someone working a sore muscle. You see him trying to like focus and manifest something, and with a sort of painful level of effort, he brings this disturbing looking ball of smoldering, almost brown fire, which puts off a green mist, which you are probably rightly concerned about getting too close to, but it does illuminate the space around him a little bit.
Okay.
Okay.
Don't hurt yourself, Stultus.
And Stultus doesn't know anything about the fire, does he?
The white light
On the ground. Yeah.
No, he has no idea.
Okay.
And in fact,
Figured it was like,
he makes it about 10 steps down the hallway, and he goes, I feel like the walls hate me.
Well, they probably do.
they do.
Yeah.
That does not reassure him at all.
It's not personal. They don't hate just you.
They don't like any of us.
All right, so we're gonna go track the fire.
Sounds good.
All right. Yeah, you
Steve,
see that
what are you talking
the
about?
points of light continue to the south, and they light up the space with white flickers. Or they're supposed to.
I was about to say, I totally lost Cyrus.
Yeah, they are slightly illuminating the space that they're in.
I see him now.
So this is the corridor that you all had sort of explored earlier. Other than the white fire, nothing seems to have changed much down here. just for fun, give me anybody who wants to give me an Arcana check.
Sure, why not?
Off to a great start.
2. And a move that is pure Lexi does not do well at Arcana.
Nat 20. 27.
All right.
There we go.
So noticing that there is not, you notice that there is not anything really much down here. Cyrus, you put it together that whatever was here, whatever was here, that's not the right way to start that phrase. Whatever came through here warped what was already here. It doesn't seem to it doesn't seem to have created something so much as it took what was already here and warped it in some way. So these areas that you already kind of went through, there's not much to them at this point.
Honestly, that's probably good.
It's funny that D&D Beyond has no tool for adding allies, like adding ally NPCs. Anything in an encounter is trying to kill you. Yeah, so you can still see that there's like some shell casings on the ground here. There are some drying, not quite fully gone, but drying sort of blood patterns. You know that there was a lot of wounded Kingsguard that ran up and down these hallways. It doesn't look fresh, though.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Is this... I feel like I had doors, and the doors are gone now. Oh, no, there it goes. I was like, what?
Hey, Gobi, could I have that flame torch turned on?
Oh, yeah.
Yay.
And it was 20 feet or 10 feet?
I think it was like a normal torch. So, let me double check. Yeah, 20 and 20.
Whee! And suddenly there was light.
I can see clearly now.
And then my stupid... Okay, fine. All right, sorry. Having mouse issues right now?
That's what the cat's for.
Yeah. Unfortunately, she could not help me with the tracker pad.
So yeah, you see that there is light trailing down this hallway, leading to the that prison chamber where you encountered Marcus Prim and his crew.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The other time.
Which just doesn't have a door for no good reason.
Who needs doors?
Speaking of doors, do we want to check these side doors or do we think they're safe?
I ain't checking anything that ain't where we need to go.
I'll say
Well, I just
this.
don't
Along with these patches of light, I'm pretty sure you all saw... Weren't there like burned footprints? I know that was like a month ago now.
Yeah, I think maybe.
The footprints seem to lead in a straight line. It looks like something went down this way and then back out, walking approximately the same course.
Yeah, I've got scorched footprints in and out, and a burned furrow leading up to the front door in my notes.
Yeah, most of these rooms seem to be sort of how you left them. Because you all sort of
Okay.
poked your head in several of these. I think in one of these rooms, a Kingsguard was taking refuge, and Sana snapped his neck.
Yep.
All of her elementary school, kindergarten, preschool report cards would have said, does not play well with others.
Yes.
So, Cyrus, from where you're at, there is a much brighter light. And I will reflect that in...
I can see something.
There we go.
Whoa.
Yeah, put a little sauce on it. There is a much brighter light pouring out of the prison area.
Okay.
And you can see there's something moving in the light, but it's almost like they blur in and out of it. Like they're a
Lovely.
part of it.
I do not approve.
Can I go sneaking up, try to get a better look?
I'll say this.
Or is the light kind of killing all shadows?
It's not impossible, because you are a rogue and you do have expertise. I would say that you would be doing it with disadvantage.
Ah, okay.
Because for at least a little bit, you're going to have to walk out into just clear sightline, bright lights.
Do we want to try to be sneaky, or do we want to just rush in?
I mean, I would prefer to know what it is before we let it know we're here.
Okay.
Just as a point of flavor, Stultus, as you all are sort of walking, tracing these lights, he's giving the lights a wide berth. These sort of flickering white sparks. He says, I think this fire hates me too.
It only gives me an idea of what it is.
Yeah, you're not one.
He's like scooting along the wall a little bit to stay away from it. Oh, I just realized it helps if I have the map on the streaming side.
Yeah. Just maybe.
There we go. That'll make more sense on the playback. All right. You see some things in the room. What do you want to do?
I'll try being sneaky.
All right. Roll with disadvantage.
Oh,
Pained grunt is Cyrus standards for a 20.
Yeah.
well, I lost the 19.
Yeah.
That's what that is.
It could have been a
19.
32.
So let's take a look. Excuse me. There is a strange flickering for a moment, almost like something in the midst of the light maybe starts to turn and look your way, and then it fades and goes back to normal.
Okay.
So as you get into the room, you can see there is truly a bonfire of light. It is just pouring off one particular spot very strongly. There's like lesser places around the room, maybe 4. No, those were back in the hallway. There's this one point of blindingly bright light, and you can see that there are flickering forms around it that seem to be awash in that same white light.
And where is it exactly?
Right here.
Okay. On that door?
It's sort of like on the corner here.
Okay. The doors are doing funny things with what I can see, so.
I'm going to shift it slightly.
Okay.
Yeah, it is also very chaotic. Like, because of the prison bars, the way that the light is blaring is also casting these crazy shadows all over the place.
Okay. What's is this thing in the south with like the 3 green dots? Can I make out what that is? That doesn't look familiar.
It was there before. It was some kind of arcane apparatus that seems like maybe it was used in managing the cells somehow.
Okay. All right. So one big blinding light and then flickering forms inside the light. But nothing else really to see in here?
Give me a perception check.
Well,
12. You definitely see that there are discrete shapes moving in the light. I'll also ask you to give me an intelligence check.
dirty 20.
The placement of the light seems familiar for some reason. And as you think about it, that is exactly where Marcus Prim's body fell when he died.
So we're going to need an exorcist.
Well, and because of your great intelligence check there, you have seen Marcus Prim out in the world since this.
Oh, okay. I'd forgotten that he was one of the ones we'd seen.
If I remember correctly, I want to say he was part of Nalt Manfur's campaign group.
That makes sense. All right.
What do
Well,
y'all want to do?
I'll relay all that back to Auric using the token.
Oric, you hear a creepy whispering and the sound of ravens. And then just layered underneath it is Cyrus relaying this information.
Okay. And I
I guess
relay it
asking,
to
like,
Lexi
so
and to
do we want to
Stultus.
nuke it?
Yeah. Does, does it seem intelligent?
Is it nukeable?
It seems like there is an intelligence. I'm unclear where it is. If it's
Hmm.
the bonfire itself, if the forms they keep flickering in and out will have any sort of intelligence, but
So we need a fire extinguisher.
Yeah, let's get these things out of my house.
Okay. So how do we want to go about doing that exactly? Like, are we when you say nuke?
I'm going to
Rachel
scale the
thinks
light down to
missiles.
make it a little more
oh, I
intelligible.
was just thinking just the Oryx special, throw a firebomb. What happens?
It's true. He could go to the door and throw a firebomb at it.
Oh, I don't need to go to the door.
That's true too. You don't.
Let's see how far away from the door is. Let me double check my ranges.
As you start doing this sort of like, you know, spellcaster math, Stultus sort of comes over and whispers to you, Are you gonna throw fire at the fire?
I mean, that does seem pretty dumb, doesn't it?
Just checking.
Do we want to do this?
I mean, I feel like we kind of need to, but
All right. Then I will do a magical sneak attack. I will use my Evoker's Exchange to turn the fireball into a lightning ball.
okay.
All right.
Centered. There.
To-do-to-do. Let me pull this up. All right, in that case, everyone go ahead and roll for initiative.
Yep.
And I will roll some saving throws.
I will roll my lightning ball.
16.
Oh.
What?
It gave me extra fire damage, which I don't think I should be getting.
Oh.
Yeah.
it's a 27.
So, one of them took full damage. Two of them took half.
Okay.
So you create this ball of at first this ball of flames, and then your Evoker's Exchange glimmers orange, and then shifts into like a blue white, and the sphere changes into crackling electricity. You heave it down this hallway. It hits in the center, and it bursts apart into 1,000 streamers of electricity, briefly illuminating two flocks of those white fire touched ravens that were giving you all some grief before, and what seems to be a large winged form made almost entirely of white fire. And that's the one that took the full hit. So we are now in initiative, and you all rolled really well, except for Stultus, who got a 1. So,
Healer should go last anyway.
yep. Cyrus, you're at the top.
All right. So is the big one the one that's like? So is the big one the one in front that looks fiery?
Yes, the one that seems to be mostly sort of coherent flame is the one in front.
Okay. All right. All right. We'll just can't remember what the little ones did. Do we need to try to snipe any of those before they get in close? Did they like explode and do bad things? Or should we just focus on the big one?
Let's see how traumatized Lexi and Auric were. Do you remember?
I believe it stunned us.
Yeah, I don't remember.
It got in our
Okay.
faces and like stunned us.
All right. Then I'm going to try a steady aim and shoot at the flock behind the biggin.
So you're trying to shoot the flock behind?
Yeah.
All right.
My dice literally cocked on each other.
Oof.
And I got double natural twos.
Ooh.
That is not going to do it, unfortunately. A rough opener.
Well, that's all I can do.
All right. Lexi.
All right. Well, guess I'm gonna move on in
And rage, I'm sure.
and rage. I gotta swap tabs here for a second. Add effects. Back to actions. Get my. Can I move these things? No.
Just for fun. So you're going into a rage, right?
Yes.
Give me a religion check with advantage.
$14.
As you enter into a rage, and I think the rest of you see this from the outside. Lexi, when you start to rage, that sort of golden white fire pushes out from you. But for just a second before the fire really kicks into gear, the white flame in the center, as well as the one behind you, behind Cyrus there, they both sort of bend towards Lexi. Almost like if you have a real fire and suddenly like there was a vacuum. The energy pulled towards her for a second. And Lexi, what you experience is a burst of mental static. And a an abusive smashing of sense information into your brain. All at once, you hear horrible screaming. You smell something, just the most disgusting form of rotting. And there is a great, huge, white, burning, not even an eye, but it's like an orb of white fire set into a huge, sort of sallow face. And for a second, it appears like right in front of your face, and then it's gone.
Great. So I'm having visions.
Lexi's haunted.
God damn it, not again. All right. So this is a technical question, not a game question. This is more of a D&D Beyond question. Can I rearrange the order that my tools are in? Like the listing on my inventory or actions, I guess I should say, attack actions.
Oh, are
Because
you
I
just
would like,
wanting some things to be towards the top?
yeah.
What I would do is just uncheck them.
Okay, and then recheck them.
Well, no. Like if you, like, you have the broken spear, you're not going to throw a javelin.
Right.
You're probably not going to throw a hand axe.
Okay.
You don't have a free hand to use your maul.
Okay.
That'll clean that up real nice.
Okay, that makes more sense. All right, let me do that real quick. Especially just the ones that are basic as all get out, because yeah. There we go. Much better. All right, so I'm going to attack this fiery raven thing that's like right in front of me
All right.
with my broken spear. 24.
24 definitely hits.
Okay. Oh
Are
shoot,
you,
which one's one-handed versus two-handed?
The smaller one is
the
one-handed.
six. The
Yeah.
6 is one-handed.
are you throwing it or are you just stabbing it?
Just stabbing.
All right.
So that's 12 piercing damage. And then do I also do lightning damage or no?
Yes.
And that's what again? 4 or 6?
That is 1d6.
1d6. 5.
All right. You're also going to take 3 fire damage.
Okay, that's after.
Yeah. So you spear through it, and you can see that the spear is very effective against it, but it is painfully hot, and very specifically in a the sun the sun pouring through a magnifying glass on a huge scale. Like it's that burning radiant
Burning
heat.
ants.
Yeah.
Okay. If I stepped back and threw it, would Lexi be able to figure out that that might help and not burning?
I think you would definitely put together that it's proximity, like it's being
Yeah.
that close that's a problem.
Okay. I don't remember if I have any moves left, so. Throw again. Or aim again. 19.
Well, did you like step into melee and step out?
No. I didn't move.
So if you stabbed it the first time,
Uh-huh.
that's going to put you in melee range, so you'd be here.
Okay.
When you step back, it would get a chance to hit you.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it's up
I don't
to
know.
you.
I don't know why I wasn't next to it. I thought I was next to it.
Sometimes Roll20, I think, doesn't sync. It's
Okay.
possible you were next to it and it moved, or you moved and it didn't reflect correctly.
Okay. Yeah. Because I did think I was up against it. It's like, wait a second. Okay, so 19, does that hit?
19 hits.
Okay. 10 points of damage. Piercing plus. Ooh, 6 lightning.
Nice.
Nice. And that 3 damage was before your damage reduction.
Oh, okay. So I should actually
So
have.
should have been 1.
Yeah,
Should have been
one.
1 damage. Okay.
Well, gee.
Oh, that's weird.
Oh no.
You're. Oh, okay. For some reason, it read like it was different. Um, then you'll take five fire damage.
So reduce that to
3.
3. Okay.
All right. That is the end of Lexi's turn. Auric, you're up.
All right. I will. Are the lights still acting funny?
They're still sort of flickering the way they were. Part of what makes it so wild, I toned it down just so you could see. This room is blindingly bright.
Oh no, no, I meant the ones that started bending when Lexi started raging.
Oh, they went back to normal.
Okay. I will move here. I was gonna stop there anyway, but that's also the full extent of my movement. So it works out. How badly hurt does fire dinosaur thing look?
It's pretty hurt.
All right. I will. Uh, hmm. Yeah, I'll just cast Magic Missile as a second level spell right now. So that's gonna be 4 darts. First one is 3. Second one is 4. 5. I literally rolled every single number on the 4-sided die. 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 14 total force damage.
It is very hurt, but it is not dead. You can see as you're blasting through it, it's like it's losing part of its substance.
Do I have a bonus action? I don't think I do. I have no bonus actions, therefore I'm done.
All right. It is. Oops. Got to do what I always do here. Make sure I know which is which. It is the first Raven's turn. It is going to fly right into Lexi's space, and it is going to use Counting Crows. So, Lexi, you need to make a Wisdom saving throw.
God damn. 5.
Oh, we're not off to a great start.
It was almost a 15, damn it.
You're going to take 22 psychic damage, and you are stunned until the end of your next turn.
I was going to say psychic, I don't get to take apart, do I? I don't get
That's
to
the
have
only
it.
thing you don't get
That's
to
the
resist.
only thing I can't have. Ugh. And I'm
Oof.
stunned until my next turn.
Yep. And
So I can't. So I guess I didn't. I can't react to that.
no, if you're stunned, you can't. I think you can't take reactions.
Okay.
Yeah, no actions or reactions.
Yeah.
At least you're not paralyzed. There's like 4 conditions that are just like each one is slightly worse than the other, and I get them confused sometimes. Because stunned is worse than incapacitated, but not as bad as paralyzed, which is not as bad as unconscious.
Yeah.
All right, but it does mean that this fiery swarm is going to attack you with advantage. 25 to hit.
Wait, which one was that?
You called it the dinosaur.
I cast Nope. I cast Silvery Barbs.
All right, so it rolls one more time and takes the lowest result,
Yep.
or it takes the new result, right?
Use the lower roll.
Lower roll. Okay. The additional roll is a 23.
Dang it. But there is also the secondary effect.
Yep. Somebody
then
will get
choose a
advantage.
Yes. Cyrus gets advantage on his next attack roll.
All right. So that is 8 bludgeoning and 9 fire. And it's going to attack again. Would have been really great if you had saved that. It gets a nat 20.
Ah,
Man.
16 bludgeoning, cut down to 8. And 24 fire, cut down to 12. The other swarm oh, yeah, I can go through the bars. The other swarm is going to go say hello to Cyrus and is going to do the same thing. So, Cyrus, make a wisdom saving throw. All of your vision is suddenly just filled up with these strobing, radiant lights. That is
14.
all you needed to save.
Thank you, Ring of Protection.
You'll take half damage, which is only going to be 9. It is Stultus's turn. Stultus, Auric, you experience something, and I'll let you decide how you feel about it. Stultus has been standing in the back, just sort of watching this unfold, and finally, there is a twinge at that connection between the two of you. A pulse of energy runs between you, and suddenly Stultus sort of grunts and runs forward, and yeah, he's not going to. Yeah, he's not going to breath weapon on Cyrus. So he pulls down this great sword that he found in Midsum and is going to swing with it. First swing of his new existence, and he only gets a 12.
Damn, son.
The great sword swings wide, but then he... there we go. He just sort of rears back and boom! With crushing force, like headbutts part of the swarm. And it just like fiery birds just explode. Nope, that's not programmed right. It takes 13 points of damage. All right, and as much as I want to keep going, I think we probably need to put a pin in it here and come back to this combat next week.
Yay.
No, not next week. Next week is Maundy Thursday.
Yeah.
No, that's Thursday. Why is my brain fritzing out? Thursday is my
okay.
other game.
right.
I'm looking at Joe, thinking monks, thinking Thursday. There we go. I'm back. Yes, we'll come back Monday to finish this combat and resume exploring the Raven Palace. So I am going to... yeah, I'm going to cut us off here, and we'll come back next week.
Okay.
Bye, Internet.
Bye, Internet.
Recording stopped.